What up? What's going on, everybody? It's that time of year. It's March Madness. It's the NCAA tournament, the NCAA. Right? I'm gonna probably be hopping around just in case if there's some other good action. Let me know in the chat who you're rooting for and all. Right now, we got North Carolina, the 6th seed, up on VCU. I would say part of the reason why they're a little bit lower of a seed and maybe lost some of the games that they did was their best player and their NBA draft prospect. Caleb Wilson is he's out, right? He's not even on the roster anymore. But yeah, Caleb Wilson was 19 points, 9 rebounds, almost 20 and 10 steal on the block. So it's gonna affect you. I would have expected VCU to be doing a little bit better in this game, though. I feel like this is a game that's very winnable for VCU, considering how they've played this year, winning the A10. They've won a bunch of games in a row. I don't know, maybe like 16 or something. They haven't lost in like 2 months. They're a hard-nosed, smash-mouth team. I feel like they're a little bit taller than they normally are. The main challenge with a team like VCU is I just don't feel like they're necessarily shooters, right? Um, they're not shooting the ball poorly today, though. You know, they're not. There's no particular category that they're playing poorly in right now. It just seems like they're getting outplayed, though. You got Terrence Hill Jr. with the layup. Henry Visar is playing really well, really, really well. And I say that and he turns the ball over. But Nick Lewis with the steal. He misses the pull up. Terrence Hill misses the pull up. Derek Dixon with the defensive rebound. I mean, listen, there's still enough time for VCU to get back in this, but they're gonna have to get some stops. They're clearly a team that can play. They're clearly a team that can win. It's not. Certainly not over. Um, yeah, Duke almost had a scare though. They ended up coming back and winning it, and so did Vandy. But came back and won it. I mean, to be honest with you, when it comes to the Duke situation, when it comes to Siena, I think because they played so well this year and the Syracuse position opened up, I think Jerry McNamara is more than likely going to be the next coach of Syracuse. Right? Played with He won a national title there. One of the best players ever in Syracuse history. So if he hadn't made that upset, though, that would have been sick. That would have been sick, man. But yeah, he kept it competitive. Derek Dixon with the rebound here. They're on a bit of a timeout. So Visar with 23, 7, and 3 assists. Seth Trimble, who's been a good vet for these guys for a while, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Stevenson with 8 and 4. Terrence Hill Jr. I believe he's their leading scorer. At night, he has 19, 4. Djokovic has 15 and 4. So their best players are playing well. Just not sure. And like I was saying, you look at the stats, not that much different. Not there. Neither team is playing poorly. Just Carolina's just getting it done. We're on a TV timeout. We got Howard keeping it close with Michigan. BYU and Texas. Yeah, I won't be surprised if BYU is knocked out. I would like to see AJ DeBonsa have a nice little tournament run. We will see. But I think it got a little bit tougher for them without Richie Saunders. Anybody have any teams that they're looking to see? Any teams that they're rooting for right now in the tournament? Any favorites? I'll say a team to look out for is Arkansas. This Hawaii team was pretty good, 24 wins. But this Arkansas team, I respect DJ Wagner. He's taken on a veteran role. He's been unselfish. He's a junior. You know, he was a guy who's super highly ranked coming out of high school, but it kind of hasn't translated. He's still in college. Probably thought he was going to be a one and done guy. Malik Thomas is probably going to the NBA after this. Billy Richmond might be an NBA player. Brazil, maybe an NBA player as well. Darius Acuff. Arguably, a lot of people are saying the best guard that John Calipari has ever had. So you got to think John Wall. You got to think let's see if this North Carolina game is still back on yet. No. So you got to think John Wall. I'm just waiting for the game to come back on. But John Wall, De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray. If you want to put Malik Monk at the point, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Derrick Rose, right? Like a lot of high-level point guards have come through Calipari, all right, and they're considering him perhaps the best one. Not quite the explosiveness of some of those guys, like the, John Wall or Fox or anything like that, but he has that cerebral game where he reads the game, reads the floor. VCU with the offensive rebound. Stick that thing back in. Don't kick it out for three. Just stick that thing back in. Oh, Nick Lewis with the turnover. Not too sure what's going on with VCU. They I don't necessarily want to say momentum is I don't know if it's super important coming into the NCAA tournament. I think maybe in the tournament is important, but the momentum should be on their side. Terrence Hill Jr. with the tray wall from Djokovic. I mean, oh, don't look now. Bogova with the turnover. Let's see if VCU can convert on this one. Tyrell Ward with the steal. Misses the layup. Darn. Looks like they got the. Did they get the rebound? No. Stevenson with the defensive rebound. Foul on Nick Lewis. I've always respected the North Carolina program since I was young. Always rooted for them. Always, just always had a respect for those guys in Chapel Hill. Interestingly enough, though, they haven't really had that super player, right, in a long time. I don't know. I always used to say Roy Williams used to get guys that he felt like would stay a little bit longer instead of recruiting these kind of one and done style players. VCU with the possession here, down 11, still just under 5.5 to go. Still enough time though. Definitely still enough time to make something happen. Foul on Seth Trimble. See if he's going to the line. If he can go to the line, stop the clock a little bit, put some points on the board while not wasting clock, that is your friend. That is your friend. Not too sure what's the actual foul on Seth Trimble. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the call is. Looks like the Howard Michigan game is back on. We see Howard trying to keep this close. Uh, Credit to Howard out of the MEAC HBCU getting their win in the first game in the playing round. Terrence Hill Jr. with the turnover, Seth Trimble with the steal. See if he can convert here. Missed three by North Carolina. Brandon Jennings with the rebound. Nick Lewis with the driving lay. Tyrell Ward subbing out. And Michael Bell subbing in for VCU. VCU a good team. I mean, Even coming off the bench, you have hey, where's no one here. Where's he at? Mason Noel, where's he at? I don't know what's up with him. I have to look into that, but really good player coming out of high school, played in the Jordan Classic. Played for UConn. Makes Nick Lewis makes the first free throw. Oh, well, it was a 1-and-1. Michael Bell with the dunk. VCU on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes. VCU trying to make this a game. What's happening now? What's happening, y'all? Shout out to VCU. Not trying to go down lightly, right? Stay prayed up, y'all. VCU trying to make this a game. Trying to make this interesting. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, VCU made it to the Final Four with Shaka Smart as the coach. Shaka Smart is now at Marquette. He was the coach at Texas. Right? Trying to think. Let's see who was there before Shaka Smart. Anthony Grant. Jeff Cable was there as well. Anthony Grant is now the coach at Dayton, but he was at Alabama for a little bit and with the Oklahoma City Thunder. But he was good when he was at VCU. Back in the A10 conference, they didn't quite make the tournament though, unless I'm tripping. Yeah, they made the tournament last year. But one thing about Dayton, they always host the tournament though. People love that Flyer Arena. This game might be in Dayton. 65-70. Looks like VCU might make a play here. I don't know what the delay is. Howard still keeping up with Michigan in the second half. We'll see how long this lasts. See if Howard could credit to Howard, man. This Texas and BYU game is still on halftime. Yeah, Texas A&M, St. Mary's. St. Mary's is always a good team. Never know what they're gonna do. Penn, St. Louis, Nebraska. Nebraska with their first win in the tournament ever. It was a really good year for Nebraska basketball, so congrats to them. Louisville gets the win over South Florida. Michael Brown Jr. did not play. Woo! VCU with the tray ball. I'm telling y'all, VCU is not. Well, I don't want to say like I knew, but VCU has not lost in a while. Like VCU is no joke. VCU is one of the top mid-major programs in America, right? You got VCU, you got St. Mary's, who just got discussed, Gonzaga, who I think is the class of mid-major basketball. Um, Belmont, Murray State, right? These are top level mid-major programs. Derek Dixon with the 15-foot jumper, and then VCU comes back with a short shot with a leg, probably. 3 minutes to go, and this looks like anybody's game. They got North Carolina as the potential winner, but this thing is close, man. The NCAA app has close game alert. Henry Visar with the dunk. Visar playing really well. Visar playing really well. Doing what they got to do without doing what they got to do without Caleb Wilson, right? Michael Bell with the turnover is very costly with 2 minutes to go. Official TV timeout. Let me switch to this Howard game while that one's on timeout. Okoji. Yaxel Landenborg, expected to be a lottery pick. Elliot Cadu came out of high school, a lot of hype. Feel like he's definitely improved his game, improved as a shooter, improved as a player. Nate Burnett, been in college for a really long time. Marez Johnson Jr., but they're missing Trey McKinney. I think he's potentially an NBA player at some point, though. I think he's an NBA player at some point, is McKinney. Young player, Frosh, good player. Harris and Taylor both at 17 a game. I feel like this is a really good Howard team because normally you don't see that many MEAC or SWAC teams with this many wins. Like this got to be one of the best teams in a while because a lot of these HBCUs they got to play a lot of these bigger schools for money, right? For the money reasons. So they rack up a lot of losses in their non-conference. All right, let's get back to this North Carolina game. Jonathan Powell subbing in foul on Michael Bell. So it feels like VCU has been making some wrong decisions. A turnover, foul, just not winning basketball down the stretch. But when you're playing a team like North Carolina, it's bound to happen, right? Nobody's perfect, but VCU, you want to capitalize on any mistake. You want to give yourself the best opportunity to beat North Carolina, right? North Carolina's missing their best player, their lottery pick. Probably the best player at North Carolina has had in a really long time. In a really long time, in Caleb Wilson. All right, so VCU with the miss. I feel like Terrence Hill Jr. I understand that shot, but if it wasn't in transition, I feel like you could get that pull up at any time if you're a really good player, right? So what you can do is work it, find the best shot possible, or get to the rim, right? Force the referees to make a call. Give yourself an opportunity to score with time being stopped. Terrence Hill Jr. with the defensive rebound. Take this thing to the rack. Out of a timeout, let's see what they could do. Maybe some type of drag screen for Djokovic, right? Let Djokovic maybe pop a three. %35 3-ball shooter, or just get it to him on the right block. Let him go to his left shoulder. Maybe do something that way. Something high percentage, something that you can go to that you've seen work all season. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. Do what you've been doing to get here. Keep doing what you've been doing to get here. BYU getting a little closer. BYU getting a little closer. Let's see what AJ DeBonsa has. BYU shooting the ball well. Not hitting the three at all. Getting out rebounded here. But AJ DeBonsa has taken over in the second half of games a lot of times. He's got 20 points. Rob Wright got 10, and Davis Jr. has got Rob Wright got 10. Davis Jr.'s got 9. So that's that game. Okay, Terrence Hill with the step back. Foul on Seth Trimble. I don't know how he get. I don't know. That clock kind of confused me, but foul on Seth Trimble. Jonathan Powell coming out for Bogovac. I don't know if that's more of a size or a foul situation. So Powell's got 1 foul. How tall is he? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a rebounding situation where they felt they had a better chance on the glass. Nick Lewis with the first one. 2-point game, scoring without the clock being moved. Right, this is what you need. Lewis with the miss on the second one. Every miss is costly. Seth Trimble with the defensive rebound. I do think Seth Trimble does have, probably can play in the NBA. Good utility wing. Not sure what he's shooting the 3-ball at. 40%. Did shoot at 41% one season though. But Seth Trimble misses the first free throw. Let's see who gets this rebound. Carolina with the offensive rebound. That was huge. I don't know if that was VSAR. I don't know who. Inbound turnover. Wow. That is not super common. Listen, VCU made this a game. Cannot be mad. Texas pulling away a little bit on BYU. Texas A&M has a nice little lead. Oh my gosh, Terrence Hill Jr. with a driving layup tie ball game. I'm not that good at whistling. But I am convinced for anybody who's not happy in life or having a tough day, whistle. If you whistle, whistling instantly makes you feel better about life. I don't know why. It's a hack. I don't know any clinical studies, but I believe it's true. Eight seconds to go. Vesar with the turnover. 3 seconds to go. Michael Bell with the steal. See if he can convert here. I don't know if the whistle will kind of bail them out or what. Timeout. No matter what happens here, you gotta give credit to VCU. Looked like they were out of it. Looked like they were out of it, and they came back in this one. Michigan's starting to pull away a little bit. Michael Bell subbing out. Jadrian Tracy subbing in. I don't know if he's a three-point shooter. 37%, so I imagine he's shoving in for a potential three ball. Oh, they're expecting VCU to win. Why? We are going to overtime. We are going to overtime. It's been a pretty good game here. I mean, in my mind, I thought it would be. Terrence Hill Jr. playing really big. Seeing that he's a sophomore, he's probably going to be at a bigger school next year. Somebody's going to offer him that money, so kind of is what it is. It's the state of college sports nowadays. Wherever the money is, that's where players go. Seth Trimble, I thought he was taller than that. That's okay. Let's look at the team stats. 48% to 45%. That doesn't too much for me. 45% from three. That's really good. Free throws. That doesn't really. Total rebounds. Turnovers not bad either way. Yeah, honestly, it's really that 3-point shooting. The 3-point shooting is the main thing that I'm seeing that's making the difference for these guys here. All right, looks like this overtime is about to get started. Okay, it has started. VCU with the timeout. Nick Lewis misses the three here. Let me try to refresh it again. Yeah, VCU still on timeout, but game tied 75-75. VCU has fought back. North Carolina had control for a lot of this game, and VCU has found a way to come back. BYU, Texas. Good to see Simeon Wiltshire in the tournament. With Texas, AJ Abonsa, 22 points. Wright with 12. Davis Jr. with 9. So uh, Abonsa's trying, but still down. Gonzaga, a 3 seed. With another 31 season. I don't know how many of those they have, but darn good. This game was a doozy. This High Point, Wisconsin game. That was big. First upset of the tourney here. So the coaching challenge, Derek Dixon misses the 3 off of the coaching challenge, upheld. Brandon Jennings with the defensive rebound. Terrence Hill Jr. misses the 10-foot pull-up. Wonder if he's getting a little tired. Michael Bell with the offensive rebound. I'll put that thing up. Try to get fouled at the very least. Yeah. Try to get fouled at the very least. Get some points on the board. Looks like Michigan's starting to impose their will on Howard. Howard hung around. Howard did hang around now. So credit to them Howard boys. Women's tournament games going on right now as well. Let's see who's running in the women's. I think it was Arizona State. I want to see San Diego State. I mean, oh man. What happened? I guess that free throw wasn't shooting foul. Seth Trimble with the defensive rebound. Um, South Dakota State getting upset. I believe they got one last year. We'll see if UConn takes it. I think if USC had Juju Watkins healthy, I think that would be a difference maker, though. Nick Lewis with the defensive rebound. See if they could push it down their throat and get a nice little lay-in. Terrence Hill Jr. missing another 3. He might be getting tired. He might be. He's got, what, 32 points? 31. Seth Trimble with the defensive. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. VCU up. Nick Lewis with the layup. Yeah, just see if you can get to the rim. At least, at least you're giving yourself a chance at some easy buckets and an opportunity to draw some fouls. Texas pulling away. Texas A&M up comfortably. Seth Trimble makes both of the free throws, so it's a tie game again. VCU possession. I imagine Terrence Hill is going to try and score on this one. Misses again. D-Star has been quiet, though. He's got, what, 26? Yeah, he's been quiet. Seth Trimble with the miss. Terrence Hill Jr. Force it to the rim. Don't settle for any jump shots. See if you can get to the rim or use your gravity to get an open shot for one of your teammates. Nick Lewis with the three. I would hope it was a decent three off a Terrence Hill Jr. pass. I would hope so. So Trimble, man, he rebounding the ball, man. He boards for a 6'3" guard. North Carolina with the timeout. Hubie. If anybody remembers him from back in the day, good shooter. Played for the Knicks. Yeah. You can see up here, Michigan's taking a lead. Texas taking a lead. A&M's up. So these games are kind of blowouts right now. See if Penn can maybe pull off an upset. These Ivy Leagues, they do a decent job of pulling off some of these upsets. Though. Do not sleep on these Ivies, man. They're still on timeout. 77-77. Less than a minute to go in OT. North Carolina the 6th seed, VCU the 11th seed. VCU's been down a lot of this game, but has fought back. VCU, one of the top mid-major programs in America, so do not be surprised. Another thing to take note if you haven't been following North Carolina basketball this season, Caleb Wilson, their best player. All right, 6'9", super athletic, long wingspan. He has been out. He's out for the rest of the season, right? Foul on Djokovic. Oh, that's big. He's out for the rest of the season. Projected to be a top NBA draft pick, top 5, I would say. Potentially number 4. Probably the most impressive player for me this year. Most shocking, Keen Wobbler at Illinois, who's playing Penn tonight. VCU down 1. Seth Trimble makes the free throw. VCU get a decent shot here. I know Terrence. Ooh, Terrence Hill wanted to do it. Ooh, he wanted to do it with a dagger, a straight dagger. You know Terrence Hill wanted to do it. He's been off for a little bit. He's taken 23 shots. Has missed his last few, but he is not bashful, and he wants to win. If he's going down swinging with the tray ball. Hand down, man down. You got VCU up 2, 4 seconds to go. OT foul on Jokovic. Foul on Jokovic. Dang. Visar misses. Oh my gosh. Visar has been playing really well, but he hasn't scored in a while. Right? He had a lot at halftime. Jonathan Powell subbing in for North Carolina. I imagine this is a size. Barry Evans coming in. How big is Barry Evans? Yeah, he's 6'8". Alright, so getting some size for rebounds. VCU dead ball. Team rebound. VSAR missed both. That's crazy. VCU's been down a lot of this game. For them to make this comeback, that is massive. That is massive. That is massive. Michael Bell subbing in for Jadrian Tracy. I don't know if it's 3 seconds to go or 4 seconds to go, but not a lot of seconds to go. VCU. Nick Lewis makes the free throw. So it's a 3-point game. It should be, I think. He makes one more. This might be all she wrote. Oh man. Listen. Phil Martelli Jr., the son of Phil Martelli, St. Joe's legend, who had Jameer Nelson and Delonte West with that incredible run. He might just be coaching at another school next year. And shout out to Joe Crispin, who got the job at Air Force. Joe Crispin's been a cool dude. That is a big win. Got BYU. Alright, Joe. I'm gonna take a break. Probably come back for this I'm gonna take a break and come back for this Penn game. Penn at Illinois. See if BYU could come back or Texas holds them off. Swain, he's the leading scorer, right? Swain. Leading scorer and rebounder. Shout out to Simeon Wilcher, man. My New Jersey brethren. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Stay blessed. God bless in Jesus' name.